Good morning, chat. I just fucking gamed. Beat this thing with the character, and we're gonna watch the replay now because I was too stupid to record. And I'll just fucking commentate on some bullshit that I see, I guess. So yeah, let's fucking do it, man. Okay, Zone 5 still the hardest one to me. This shit is scary. But I think it was decent in this case. I think I had a fine Zone 5. Of course, Zone 5 I wanna like explore as many rooms as I possibly can. Because I need to like get a build going. What's in here? Okay, Berserk spell. I got this, I didn't use it once. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and Scroll of Need. That one's crucial. I get that one instantly, which means 2 potions basically for the rest of the run. So 2 mistakes that I can make. Okay. This is just average Zone 5 stuff, you know? Getting the coins for the thing. No damage upgrade yet, which is, you know, unfortunate. But you usually get those around 1 to 3 zones in. By zones, I mean floors, my bad. I'm still a bit nervous from this whole thing. I'm really glad I didn't die to the loot again. I almost did, but I had like protective gear. Spoilers. Okay, what's in here? Oh yeah, map. This is the reason I won. This thing is fucking invaluable in the late game. Like, being able to just fucking make a beeline for the exit is so good. Because you really don't want to waste time later. Because, like, the more time you spend in the run, the fucking... you know, the more likely you are to mess up. So yeah, this was a fucking fantastic floor 1, frankly. I buffer that like an idiot. I have a bad habit of buffering into a floor. Without, you know, getting used to the beat first. I kinda overcomplicated that shield guy, my bad. This is just the usual bullshit you're used to in the zone. There's a pickaxe. Pickaxe is nice to have, you know. It's really important to me in this zone to be able to mine the walls without having to come back up. Because I find that supremely annoying. Okay, there's a fucking little, you know, little loot pocket. And I'm trying to figure out how to, like, tackle this, but the thing is, you can't without using any items or spells. There's a black chest. Multiplayer hit protection. This did save me a bunch of times. Spoilers. So yeah, at this point I decide Berserk spell is the way to go. Yeah, and this is the one time that I use it. To get a bomb, and then I use that bomb to bomb the rest of it, which gives me another bomb. So, you know, net positive of 1 bomb there. Fucking fantastic. Yeah, I goof off with that zombie. The fucking electric zombies are still like the part of this fucking zone that I understand least. I have a lot of trouble dealing with them. But as you can see, I do. Still exploring pretty much everything because I desperately need a damage up. You know? Yeah, that's an easy crate to get. Let's see what's in there. Bomb. Okay, yeah, we're getting a lot of bombs this floor. There's a minor minotaur behind the skull, which is, you know, a funny situation. Allows me to deal with it quickly because I can just splash onto it. Yeah. Sexual style. Get those coins. Who gives a fuck, you know? Buffer again, like an idiot, but you know, it works out like 70% of the time. It's just an urge that I have for some reason. So, floor 3 here, we're starting to see black skulls, which I hate those. But I've grown somewhat used to them. They are such a pain to deal with though. Cost checking the shop. And there's spike gears. There's a damage item. Probably one of the best there is, frankly. Like, +2 is fucking insane to have. Like, I don't even know what else does that. Like, Ring of Wonder? But like, what else? There's a metronome. I'm bad at dealing with these. You can see me goof off a little, but like, not too much. That's really good. Got a coupon? No, why not? Still a bunch of equipment that I can get improved. Yeah, just don't bother with that room. That looks like a pain in the ass and, you know, the egg won't follow me up in time. Okay, first boss. We got Fortissimo. Who's fine. Ever since I figured out about, like, digging in the back, this boss has been totally fucking free. I think I kinda fucked this though. Like up to this point I do everything correctly, you know. I managed to get back there, trapped in the corner, but then I realized I still have to deal with the evil eye. Because that could theoretically snipe me. And at that point I just go too low and the fucking eggs are freed. Which means I have to store here.
My manner is bombastic, my statements sarcastic, my flow's pyroclastic, my legends dynastic.
Yeah, at this point I manage. And at this point I also goof off a little because I have 3D eggs again, but I realized I just kinda have to hit him once and then it works. But like Fortissimo, I have issue getting the parity there sometimes. Check the chest, Karate Gi, that means 3 damage for us. There's the fucking free potion, which we just can't pick up because, you know. But for once it doesn't make me as salty because we have to in our inventory already. Deal with those Valkyries, I think. I don't know what the fuck the enemies in this game are called. I only know the ones in okay, I made a mistake there, but the shield kinda bailed me out. Cause like, those kinds of interactions always creep me out, you know? When there's an enemy with like a set pattern once you hit it, and then another enemy gets in the middle of it, and I'm just kinda unsure how it works. At that point, the fucking dragon gets blocked by a Valkyrie, which is, you know, fun. Oh no, we do 4 damage actually, right. At this point I fucked up with the Leprechaun. I just give up on that guy instantly because, like, getting through that fucking crowd of enemies trying to catch him would just be suicide. So yeah, no Leprechaun for me. My issue there was I just stalled too far away. At that point I have to make a choice, and obviously it's Obsidian Shield because it can regenerate to 3 instead of 2. Transmute Scroll I could take, but I won't. You know, it's like a Ring of Wonder thing, but a potion is much, much more valuable to me at this point. And there's a glass shrine, which that's gonna be interesting in a second. Definitely gives us a pickaxe upgrade, right? Shovel upgrade. Digging tool, I guess. I leave that skeleton alive so that this thing can't spawn anymore. Okay, at this point I just get both of them because I would rather be able to tank an extra hit. You know, it downgrades our damage to 3. But yeah, that's totally fine with me at this point. I just bombed those. That's something I did a lot this run. Like, whenever something seemed overwhelming, I could just kind of bomb it. And it's especially nice when the bombs are free, because of those guys, you know? I see a little combat shrine there, but... oh no, I do take the heavy glass armor, because, you know, 3 free hits is fucking insane in Aria. Don't even take that gold. I'm such a fucking hustler. You know? 60 gold is nothing to me. I really don't need anything more at this point. As long as I can keep the cat ears and the glass armor somewhat alive, it's fine. I can also just instantly open barrels and crates at this point, which is nice. God, I fucking love the cat ears, they are so good. And I get totally fucking, you know, fully decked out in bombs at this point. That pattern there creeped me out for a little bit. But I figure it out. At that point the little mummy gets trapped behind the big mummy, which means I can just kill the big mummy. No problem. But yeah, we have a fucking best shovel in the game at this point. Okay, glass armor damage, that's 1 point. Kinda fumbled there, but it's fine. That's what it's for, you know. Those fucking armadillos were the bane of my existence this run. I mean, they always are, but this run in particular. Okay, at this point we see the rare shop, which means we're gonna get a good bit of footwear here. And I decided not to take the heart transplant, because what the fuck, you know? What's the deal with that? But yeah, at this point we are mostly immune to ooze tiles, which is good. Like, that's the main reason I take that. Okay, gotta bait that fairy real quick. It's really good that I can just, like, break any block at this point. Except for bedrock, obviously. I'm a bit scared of that statue, but it's just a wind spell one, which doesn't do anything to me, because I'm heavy, you know? I lure this thing out to take care of it, because it's scary. I fucking hate those guys. Yeah, I'm just immune to wind spells, so I can just chill with that statue like the besties. That's a fake barrel. 6 bombs still. We can just dish these out if we want to. Kind of a factory jump scare there, but I fucking deal with it. Ring of Might is also really good, +1 damage. We're gonna see later that that's actually just really fucking a good fight for this run. Yeah, right now we deal 4 damage again, even though we got rid of the key earlier. I leave that skeleton alive so I can just peacefully take out that coffin, and I just ignore that shot. Like, I'm considering taking the Shield of Strength for a second, but I don't. Yeah. I'd rather be able to tank 3 hits and have them regenerate through layers than to take 1 hit and then be done with it. 1 damage really isn't that much. Because, like, with 4 damage you can one-shot everything that matters. At this point I get fucked by this Confusion Merchant, but it's fine. Like, I was panicking here, but I lived, you know? Don't take the Reflective Shield again, because it... Okay, I just buffer this again. This is Zone 3. Zone 3 is dangerous. From this point onwards, you're gonna see me stalling a few beats at the beginning to check where the exit is. And this one is fucking scary. Like, first off, that level 3 armadillo over there is gonna be the bane of my existence. Like, I really should have killed him when I had the chance here. But instead I lured him into the trap room, then, you know. So he's still alive. I thought this would maybe kill him, but it doesn't. Then I stupidly hit him down, which keeps him in the game. Now he goes back up, and then I hit him over there stupidly, and now he goes over here, you know? It's just the worst guy ever. But it's my fault looking back. I fucking stay away from that trap room for some reason, even though it can't harm me, you know? Like, I'm floating. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, I do decent stuff there. The armadillo is back to haunt me, by the way. Just wanna point that out. And at this point I fuck up with the potion. I get the second one from my backpack, aka Squirrel of Meat, and that fucking armadillo is still just boxing me in. So I hit him over there, and I think at this point I'm done with him. You know? Broke up with him. We're over it. I don't leave that skeleton alive, okay? But yeah, at this point, losing that beat meant... Oh no, there's our guy. Hi. But losing our beat meant losing our cat ears, which means we're now dealing him easily 2 damage, which I have to watch out for. But you know, I make do. This Minotaur was fucking scary, dealing only 2 damage. But I manage. It's still just a Minotaur, you know. Have to watch out with that fire beetle. It kinda intimidates me for a second, and now we're getting like really intimate with the Minotaur. But he dies, so that's good, you know. Good old bit of snuff here. And fucking horse spam. And there's another stupid fucking Hitler armadillo. He gets a hit on me, of course. Which means I'm down to 1 hit on the glass armor. Not good. You know, at this point I'm kinda losing hope, but you know, I still have a potion. I still have another hit to take from the armor. So it's fine, really. I lure this guy, and I lure him back, and at this point he goes that perfectly slanted wall and just is never seen again. I'm so happy about that. Like, just a 45-degree wall. So good. I take it out, I go down. I buffer like an idiot. I eat that fairy. It heals me to full. I decide to check the shop because, you know, I kinda need new damage. I see a Ring of Piercing, but the issue with the Ring of Piercing here is it would what the fuck is that slime doing, actually? I take the Crown of Teleportation, you know, just to be sure. That's another hit I can take. So I'm back up at 3 of those. And this thing fucking creeps me out, so I just start bombing it to hell, you know? Good old bit of warfare. I knock that guy off his high horse so that he can... I leave that corpse alive so that it just can't spawn anymore. The coffin. Coffin also nicely blocks the Confusing Merchant, which means we're onto Korurif. This guy's not an issue for me. Thing is, however, I usually have a strat here, you'll see it in a second. Which, yeah, that gets fucked. But yeah, the instruments phase is fucking easy with 2 damage. Like 2 or more, it just melts. But at this point I wanna fucking throw my dagger, and I realize I have the fucking floating keybind to override that, so now I have to fight him normally, which I never fucking do. And I usually fuck this up, but in this case I luckily didn't. Like, it gets a bit confusing with him. But yeah, I fucking own it nevertheless. I think I go for Black Chest again, because I kinda just wanna refresh on my armor. I consider taking the Boots of Strength for the extra damage, but I don't. Because it's just nice being immune to tile effects. At this point I stall a bit to check for the exit on the map. Again, the map is fucking super invaluable for like zones 3 to 1. At this point I see another horsey. I fucking hate these things, they are so scary to me. I'm like always so afraid that there's an enemy lurking in the darkness about to like ambush me. When I least expect it. And at this point I just see, you know, there's a bunch of shit going on up there. I might as well go under. And I get 3 more bombs, which is awesome because I've been dishing these out. I see a shop here and just immediately go for it. I don't even check for the exit. I have to do that while stalling, which is funny. There's a live chest. I get a rat familiar. I forgot about that. You know, it's a bit late, but this thing is really useful. I don't know if I could have done it without it. I decide to just kind of let that body block the guy, and then it doesn't. And then I just do some rat familiar business. I realize a weird interaction there, but it's fine. No, moles can be scary, but in this case I kind of deal with it. This is a bit of a scuffed configuration, because as soon as I kill the Scotland, the fucking minnow is free. But I kill him. Can't really open that barrel anymore ever since I broke my cat ears, but you know, that's okay. The fucking rat familiar kinda deals with that guy. And that's some bullshit right there, I'm telling you. I kinda just rat familiar all over the place. And there's another bomb, so I can get the barrel off of the exit. There's money in the barrel, I just realized that, that's funny. And then I just kinda go in there. And I think at this point I was kind of panicking over the scuffed exit in the last floor, which is why I immediately go here. But you know, I live. Rat Familiar is putting in work. It's really nice getting the chip damage on the 3 health enemies. And I see a transmogrifier shrine. And like, I look at my money here and realize maybe I should just go there and refresh my armor. Because there's a really small armor pool for Aria. So I just kind of go and do that. I get a gi, which is bad, and then I get a new glass armor, which is nice. So 2 more hits I can take again. This kind of creeps me out a little. I rat familiar it, of course. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I think I'm just stalling and waiting for the enemies to come to me, which they kinda don't do. Because I need to go to the left here. Actually, I think what I was doing earlier was looking if there was a different way to go, but you can see the map, there's no connective tissue there. And you know, this is a really scary mini-boss room. And at this point I take another hit with the glass armor, because this guy confuses me. And I run straight into the bonus attack. So I take a step back and just recalibrate, which like that's the best thing you can do with Aria. As soon as you panic, it's fucking over, because you're gonna fumble your keys and then it's just over. So I just do a little tunnel there and kill the mini-boss. Deep Blues. This one kinda scared me. I just went up there and placed a bomb to take care of at least 3 units. Like 3 pawns from the start. Because you really don't want to let the pawns cascade. As soon as there's an above average amount of minions, of queens, I mean, it's fucking over. But yeah, I crowd controlled it well, and then it's down to 1 pawn that can't reach the border, and then I just kill the guy. That's how it goes. Not sure, I think I just keep going for a black chest here. There's no ring I can really get that would be preferable to +1 damage. Because like dropping back to 1 would be kind of awful for handling 3+, like... Oh yeah, that was interesting. The fairy went into my rat familiar, but my shield blocked it. I kinda didn't think it would, frankly. Like, that the fairy wouldn't explode. But I'm glad that my shield existed for that. Like, I'm really glad I never switched away from it. Because I would hate to be shieldless here. A big reason I kind of won this run is because I always had, like, some hit protection up my sleeve. Yeah, at that point I kind of fuck it, you know? I fumbled a bit. I kind of forget at this point that I can technically deactivate my builds. But it's fine, you know? Those iframes, they're really saved me though, because I got hit like twice in quick succession and only one of them counted. I take it very slow with the right skeleton here, as one does. This is kind of a clusterfuck, but I manage. I'm really glad that the rider was trapped there. Would have hated to have him in the mix. This one's kind of scary because I'm forced to like confront spiders and I kind of forget how spiders work, as you can see. So I kind of panic a little and then just kind of go for it, you know. I already know where the exit is, I'm just kind of trying to make a beeline for it, but the enemies are not helping with that. I really need to play around that bat as well because I missed my luck charm. Yeah. And that's just a huge fucking clusterfuck, and it's a blue dragon to make matters worse. I kinda waste a bomb there, but it's fine. I lure that mole out to kill it. This is the best thing to do with like enemy swarms. You kinda just have to take them out one by one. Because crowd control is not Aria's thing, so you have to like dissolve the crowd before dealing with it. Which means luring out the dragon, killing it right here. Then going for the Getty. Then the skeleton. And now we're pretty much in the clear for 5-2. I kinda accidentally took that out with my rat familiar there, while kinda panicking about the mage. I see a shrine, but I don't go for it, because why would I? My build is pretty much locked in at this point, you know? I just make another beeline for the exit. Cannot check out that chest, but you know. I mean, it's a bomb charm, I forgot about that. This was actually really helpful. Like, I just kind of put that there, and had this guy down to 1 HP. Then I stupidly open up that room. So this was like the last really scary section of this run. A kind of hell breaks loose here. But I deal with hell, you know? That's what one does. And now we're on to the loot. I take the replacement armor, of course. And I practiced this a little. I get the fucking opener with the knight, which isn't great, but I know what to do, you know? I let it be taken out. Then I go for the quick kill. I'm not oh, I think I messed up going down there. So like, I blocked that hit with my shield and then I won. Right? Yeah. But yeah, I took one hit, but my shield blocked it. And like, this is the first time that shields have been like consciously useful to me. Because if I lost my glass armor there or my potion, I would have panicked so fucking hard. But yeah, I'm really fucking happy with this run. I don't know if I'm gonna play any more of this game, but like, I'm happy I got this. This has been on my bucket list for ages. So yeah, this took me like 2 to 3 days, I think. 3 to 4 more like. I'm overselling myself, but yeah. Yeah, fucking hit that subscribe button, you know? PayPal me $5, you know, all this shit. Goodbye.